Welcome to the WBC Arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me this.
And introducing first, El Nino de Oro, fighting out of Venezuela and Japan. He won his first world title back in 2000.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. The courage on display here is incredible. That jab had to hurt. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You just see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Back and forth they go. He misses with that jab. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The perfect counter lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last. And there's the bell to start round 2. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter shot. And shoot. And this with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Linares in that.
What do you do?
The bell rings and we start the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Nope, that jab not going to score. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Counter punch. Nice counter shot. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Well, we're entering... On to the fourth we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You don't want to trade shots. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this. Hold that thought! Billy Dib in trouble. Talk about Linares in that last round. Time for the fifth round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
No rest for the weary. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter shot. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Those counter punches have to hurt. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. That punch scores. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. He blocks the uppercut. That counter shot lands. And that hook misses. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That hook is parried away. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Linares in that. Here comes round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They miss with the jab. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The perfect counter lands. Big swing and a miss with the hook. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
How would you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Linares in that last. And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Well done with that counter shot. We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Incredible work rate. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Linares in that lap. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Beautiful counter shot. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The only fear you have with this lightweight is, has he punched himself out? Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Linares in that lap. It's round 10. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
That hook won't score. Can't find a home with that jab. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Do you believe this? They're giving us a high-tempo show. Tried to score with the uppercut. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by.